In the sleepy town of Willow Creek, Pennsylvania, where picket fences framed modest homes, and the autumn leaves painted the streets in fiery hue, 12-year-old Sophia Ramirez confronted a heartbreak that strikes far too many American families. Did you know that each year, cancer claims over 15,000 parents in the US, leaving children to navigate a world suddenly stripped of security and dreams? For Sophia, that devastating blow landed on a chilly November evening in 2015, as she clutched her father's hand in the dim light of Willow Creek General Hospital. Carlos Ramirez, a dedicated electrician who had wired half the town's homes with his steady hands, succumbed after a grueling 20-month battle with lung cancer. The monitor's piercing beep faded into silence, and Sophia's world shattered. Her stakes couldn't be higher. Without her dad's income and guidance, she risked slipping into poverty, academic failure, and abandoning the violin he had taught her to love. Her mother, Maria, a part-time nurse's aide pulling $11 an hour at the local clinic, collapsed in grief. Their $1,100 monthly rent on the two-bedroom bungalow looming like an impossible mountain. Sophia stared at the empty toolbox in the garage, convinced life would forever be a shadow of what it was, her musical aspirations buried with him. But as whispers of sympathy echoed from neighbors, could this young girl find a way to rise, or would the weight of loss pull her under forever? School days blurred into a monotonous grind at Willow Creek Middle School, where Sophia's once vibrant energy dimmed like the fading fluorescent lights in the hallways. Morning started with Maria rushing out at 5:30 a.m. for her shift, leaving Sophia to prepare a hasty breakfast of cereal and walk the 1.5-mile path to school alone, her backpack sagging with untouched assignments. Grades plummeted from A's to barely passing, her mind wandering during English class to memories of Carlos tuning her violin strings, his voice urging, "Play from the heart, Mija, it'll carry you far." But the instrument gathered dust in her closet, a relic of happier time. Maria juggled bills relentlessly. After Carlos's $150,000 in medical debts devoured his life insurance, they survived on $1,900 a month, often choosing between groceries and heat. Sophia internalized a flawed belief. Showing weakness would only burden her mom more, so she rebuffed small kindnesses like the casseroles left by Mrs. Patel, the retired librarian next door, or notes from her music teacher, Mr. Thompson, offering extra help. As winter's first snow blanketed the town, Sophia isolated herself further, skipping lunch to hide in the library, scrolling through old family photos on a borrowed tablet. The community watched quietly, the Jenkins family across the street, with their bustling household, and Coach Alvarez from the rec center, who had seen her potential. Yet Sophia clung to solitude, fearing dependence. By February 2016, her violin untouched for 4 months, she wondered if dreams were just illusions for kids like her. But what if the town's unspoken bonds began to weave a safety net, pulling her from the brink before it was too late? The challenges mounted like storm clouds over the Allegheny Hills. First, in March 2016, Maria's aging sedan gave out after 140,000 miles, the engine seizing on Route 19 during a late-night drive home. Without it, Maria missed shifts, slashing their income to $1,600 monthly, and Sophia's walks to school turned perilous in sleet, her shoes soaked after the 1.5-mile trek. Detentions piled up for tardiness, 5 in 1 month, and whispers of truancy reports from the school counselor added pressure. Sophia's inner barriers flared, grief twisted into anger, making her snap at teachers. The second obstacle hit harder in April, auditioning for the school orchestra, a dream Carlos had nurtured. Her fingers fumbled the scales, rusty from neglect, and the director shook his head. "Potential's there, but practice is key. Try again next year." Rejections followed from 2 summer music programs in Pittsburgh, 60 miles away, each citing her lack of recent recital. Sophia's confidence cracked, her false belief in self-reliance deepening isolation. By May, the third blow struck. Eviction notices arrived after 3 months of partial rent payments, a $3,300 backlog, threatening to displace them. Social services knocked, assessing if Sophia needed foster care, and Maria wept over paperwork at the kitchen table. External hurdles compounded bullies at school, mocked her sad story, and systemic gaps in aid left them ineligible for full assistance due to Maria's overtime hours. In June, Sophia's darkest failure came at a community talent show in the town hall, before 75 locals. She froze mid-piece on Ashokan Farewell, strings screeching off-key, and fled the stage in tears, vowing to quit music forever. Huddled in her room that night, violin case slammed shut, she questioned if fighting was worth it. But as desperation peaked, could a single act of collective kindness shatter her walls and ignite change? Sophia's efforts began tentatively that summer, rooted in small, deliberate steps amid persistent stumbles. She committed to a routine, rising at 6 a.m. for 30 minutes of violin scales, her bow arm trembling at first. Mr. Thompson, sensing her spark, offered free lessons on Wednesdays at the school auditorium, drilling basics like proper posture and vibrato. Early sessions were rocky. She hit sour notes 15 times in 1 hour, frustration boiling over into thrown sheet music. But the community stirred subtly. Mrs. Patel started dropping off fresh fruit for energy, and the Jenkinses invited her for homework sessions in their living room. By July, Sophia logged 25 practice hours, but illness struck. A summer flu sidelined her for 10 days, homework stacking up and a math quiz scoring a dismal 58%. Coach Alvarez stepped in for tutoring on Fridays, breaking down fractions over pizza slices. Progress flickered. She performed at a neighborhood block party, nerves steadying before 40 people, earning polite claps. Yet doubts lingered. External barriers, like the 60-mile drive to Pittsburgh for advanced workshops, loomed without funds. Sophia busked on Main Street Saturdays, her case open for tips, netting $40.70 per outing to save for strings. In August, school resumed, and she joined the orchestra waitlist, practicing an extra hour daily. Failures interspersed. A September recital flubbed the finale, drawing snickers, but Miss Thompson encouraged, "Every miss is a step forward." The network grew, the rec center loaned a better violin, and Maria's shifts stabilized with carpool rides from colleagues. As fall leaves fell, Sophia eyed the regional competition in Pittsburgh, heart racing. Would her grit pay off, or would another setback prove her fears right? The pivotal shift unfolded on a balmy September afternoon in 2016, when Mr. Thompson arrived at their door with an armful of flyers from a recent PTA gathering. He hadn't come alone. Trailing him were Mrs. Patel, the Jenkins family, Coach Alvarez, and even the school principal. "We've seen you struggling, Sophia," Mr. Thompson said, his voice steady. "But you're not alone in Willow Creek." They unveiled a coordinated plan. Mrs. Patel would drive Sophia to school Mondays and Wednesdays, covering the 1.5 miles in her reliable SUV. The Jenkinses committed to Thursday after-school study groups, with snacks included. Coach Alvarez offered math help Tuesdays, and Mr. Thompson pledged bi-weekly violin sessions, no charge. Maria hesitated. Tears welling pride had kept her silent, but Sophia's quiet "Please, Mom," tipped the scale. That evening, as the group departed, Sophia retrieved her violin, fingers tracing the wood Carlos had varnished. She played a simple melody, notes tentative but true, realizing her isolation myth was crumbling. This wasn't charity. It was community as family, a decision to accept the hand extended. Energized, she dove into the schedule, her path veering toward light. Transformation bloomed in measurable strides. In October 2016, Sophia entered the Pittsburgh Youth Music Festival, 60 miles south. Her performance of Bach's Air on the G string, earning second place, and a $750 scholarship for private lessons. Grades climbed to a 3.7 gigapascals by year's end, bolstered by the support network. Summer 2017 brought acceptance to a music camp in Erie, 120 miles north, with neighbors fundraising $1,200 via yard sales to cover costs. There, 8 weeks of intensive training, 5 hours daily, sharpened her technique, leading to her first solo at the camp recital, before 200 attendees. Back home, she founded a peer music club at school, guiding 8 younger students. Hurdles persisted. In 2018, Maria's clinic cut hours, dropping income by $600 monthly, but Sophia's street performances supplemented with $300 quarterly. By high school, she won the state violin championship in 2020, pocketing $1,500 and a spot in the Pennsylvania Youth Symphony. College beckoned. Rejections from Curtis Institute stung, but Temple University in Philadelphia, 80 miles east, offered a $25,000 annual merit scholarship. Graduating valedictorian in 2021, amid 350 peers, Sophia's violin crescendo closed the ceremony, a testament to earned triumph. Reflecting on her art, Sophia grew into a woman who understood vulnerability as strength. Her initial conviction that loss equated permanent defeat dissolved through the community's unwavering lift. She expressed gratitude profoundly. At her 2023 wedding in Willow Creek's Town Square, toasts honored Mr. Thompson, Mrs. Patel, and the others as her found family. Maria, now a full-time nurse earning $3,500 monthly, watched proudly. Sophia channeled lessons forward, mentoring a grieving 10-year-old neighbor, shuttling her to lessons just as she'd been driven. In 2024, she launched Harmony Haven, a nonprofit providing music therapy to bereaved kids, raising $60,000 in its debut year. With 2,000 practice hours logged and 250 performances under her belt, Sophia knew success stemmed from persistence amid pain. Lost scars, but shared burdens heal them, proving anyone can rebuild with open hearts. As twilight draped Willow Creek in 2025, Sophia stood on her childhood porch, violin singing under the stars, echoes of Carlos in every note, woven with the town's enduring embrace. Her story reminds us, family isn't just blood, it's the hands that hold you up. Start today. Reach out, practice that forgotten skill, or offer help to someone in need. Comment, Day 1, if this is your beginning, because every journey starts with one brave step.